This is the 2025 Brewtubers Online Brewers Club Malt Experiment, Amber Ale. Thanks to our sponsors. 5 Star Chemicals. Check out their new online straight-to-consumer homebrew shop where you can buy everything from Star San and line cleaner to the new liquid PBW that can be used at temperatures as low as 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Check out their online store at 5starchemicals.com/home-brewing. Beer and Wine Hobby Homebrew Supply Store. A local homebrew shop in Danvers, Massachusetts. Order any malt they offer in any quantity you want, and if you order before 11 a.m., they'll package your items and ship out the very same day. Visit the store at www.beer-wine.com. Let's get tasting.
Hey guys, Matt here from Carared Brewery. Let's go ahead and do another review. This is the last one. A little bittersweet here. This is number 11 from the 2025 Brewtubers Malt Experiment, where we all brewed the same amber ale recipe. I'll put the card up here for you to check it out. And we all added in our own specialty ingredient. This one comes from Dan over at Rigger Brewing, and he decided to use the Carared malt. I've used this malt a couple of times. It's kind of cool. It's got like a lower SRM. It's really meant for bringing red to the beer. I actually looked it up on their website just to get some of the more characteristics that they call out on there, and they are saying that it's supposed to give an orange red kind of shine to the beer. It's supposed to be malty sweet. It's got notes of caramel, honey, and even a pastry-like kind of a characteristic to it. They say you can use it up to 25% of your beer, of your grist there. On the spreadsheet, he said that he used up to 20%. We're going to look at this can and see if there's any more information on here. He says here the ABV is 5.8%. Let's see. It started off at 1056 and went down to 1013. American Amber Carared 11.7%. So I'm assuming he put 11.7% of the grain bill into this. So probably it's kind of split in between. I just did Irondale's beer, and his was 12.6%. So this is a little bit less than that of the contribution. But hey, this is a fair amount in this, so we should know what this malt's doing to this particular beer. Let's see on the bottom here, what else he has here. Sort of have a little disclaimer, I guess. Let's go ahead and bring this up to the camera. Last one, so we'll go ahead and do that. Nice label from Dan. I do like some of the can work that a lot of these folks have been having here. Very nice. There you go. All right. Yeah, I guess next year we'll get a little more high tech. We'll go ahead and put a little carousel together or something. Maybe a pour cam. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the budget allows. Crack this sucker open. Already rinsed out the glass. Go ahead for a pour here. This one's not really bringing up much foam, so I don't know how the carbonation is. Another light colored beer, similar to the biscuit and the other biscuit, the Amber Malt. Yeah, it certainly does have that sort of orange, reddish, sort of fiery, I guess color, orange copper kind of color to it. So that's what they're kind of boasting about on their website for as far as the color contribution. Certainly seems to be happening here. Yeah, I would say the carbonation's probably low on this. I don't know if that's from canning or what happened there. Maybe in shipping, I'm not really sure, but it doesn't look well carbonated. Doesn't mean that it's not. Looks have been deceiving before. The head's not really hung around. It's kind of died off here. Let's go ahead for an aroma. This one is definitely not as aromatic as some of the last few that I've had. Not picking up, again, not picking up any hops, and I really haven't picked up much of the hops in the aroma on any of these beers. Not really picking up a whole lot of the malt either, actually. I would say that in the scent of this, I'm getting faint, and it might have been partially because I read this, but I am definitely picking up a faint kind of presence of like a pastry. I don't know if I'm picking up the honey. that they're calling out on their website. I could say that I'm picking up a little bit of caramel in the nose here. Maybe a touch of like a light chocolate kind of an aroma too, maybe. But I think I'm just sort of searching at this point. So let's go ahead and get a taste. Cheers. Interesting. That's an interesting one. And I've had so many beers here. I'm up to, this is number 11, so it's kind of hard to remember some of the beers, especially some of the ones that I've kind of pushed down in the ranking, just because it's hard to remember all the exact characteristics of some of these beers. And I feel like this is similar to one of the other ones, but I'm not quite sure which one. It might be similar. I'm looking at the list off camera here. Might be similar to that Opal 44 in some ways. I am picking up some hints of caramel in this. I am still picking up some of that pastry even, I guess, in the taste. Not sure about the honey. But I'm also picking up a little bit of maybe a little bit of a toffee type of taste to this. And I don't know if it's because of the amount that was used, but it's coming off a little bit. I don't want to use the word sort of pungent or strong. Those are bad descriptors for this, and I'm terrible with words when it comes to coming up with some of these descriptors. But it's definitely a lot more pronounced, that the malt that's in this, because I can taste it out of what the base recipe was, or what was close to it, and that was the Cinnamar. Excuse me. But I'm not picking up any sort of biscuity notes. I'm not picking up any like toasty or roasty kind of notes. Maybe a little bit of a roastiness to this, I guess, if I were to call it any of those prime descriptors that we've had in a lot of these beers. It's pretty good though. It's just a different twist on this though. This is probably something that I don't know if I would use if I were to use this grain in this kind of a beer. I think I would definitely use less of it to let the other malts kind of shine through. And I don't know if it's what's going on with this beer is the fact that we're almost 12% of this grain that's in here. If it's just, maybe it's just not melding as nicely with some of the other malts that are in this, possibly. I don't really know. But to me, this isn't something that me personally, that I would want to put this amount in here. I would be interested to see what this beer would do, or what this malt would do in this beer if you used maybe half the amount that was in this. And as it warms up and the more I drink it, it kind of leaves a little bit of an aftertaste to this. Some of those like caramel notes are lingering, probably there at the end in the aftertaste. Yeah, that's probably how I would describe that. Kind of like almost like a little film on the tongue. It just kind of hangs out a little bit, but it's kind of nice in a way because it's like it gives you a little bit of a dryness, and it wants you to go back for another sip. Yeah, nice job. I think I would have liked a little bit more carbonation in this, and again, that could have just been the way it was canned. It could have been shipping. It could have been a number of things. And just for me personally, if I were to use this malt in this beer, I'd probably just use a little bit less. That's kind of all I would say about that. But hey, it's a really nice clear beer. It's a nice drinking beer. Certainly stands out from the crowd for sure, out of all the other ones that I've tasted. So let's go ahead and try to rank this one. Not one of my favorites. I would probably put this, I'm looking at the list now. I might put this one back down around, I'm just going through the numbers here. So would be number 6 would be biscuit. Excuse me, number 7 is the honey malt. I would probably put this one down below the Griffin, actually, unfortunately, and I'm sorry about that, Dan, but just for my personal preference, I'd probably put this right between Griffin and Opal 44. So this would be number 9. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this series. I think what I'm going to do is do like I might just do a summary video at the end of all these and kind of go through everything. I did save all the cans and bottles and just kind of go back and try to remember what I can remember about all the beers and kind of do a little bit of a summary. I think that'd be kind of fun to do. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors though. We got 5 Star Chemicals for keeping our brewery nice, clean, and sanitary. We have Beer and Wine Hobby, our homebrew store of the club, and who helped us supply all these ingredients. Certainly thank both of our sponsors. We definitely couldn't have done the experiment as well as we have without your support, so thank you for that. Check out brewtubers.com. You can come join the club. You can come do fun experiments like this. Come hang out in the Discord. Come chat with us and all the knowledgeable folks that are flying around in there. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video. So for now, we'll leave it there. See you guys. Have a good night. Cheers.